Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is April the 23rd. This is Flosstube 69. This is a channel about cross stitch and needlework and just whatever's going on my day-to-day life. I had my birthday last week, so we'll talk about that. About a sale that's coming up, which I just realized I didn't grab something, but we're just gonna go on with it. So I've got a table full of stuff this morning because I got all the Happy Mail, and then we got questions and comments. I had finished this week and several whips. So we have all the things to talk about. And tomorrow is my first baby's birthday. He will be celebrating in Houston. He's down. They live outside of Houston now, and we're up here, so I won't get to see him. But I mean, that's happened before. He's been in the Navy and things. So there's been lots of times that I had to celebrate without him, and I always like having him here, but that's okay. So he will hopefully have a great day tomorrow. I'll be talking to him on the phone, and I'm not sure what my hair and bangs are doing today, but I think hair is in honor of hairspray, maybe, I don't know, or grease or something. I'm definitely got the bouffant going on today, but it is what it is. I'm trying to grow it out, and Lord have mercy, what a mess. Growing out hair is not my bag. And first, before I forget, I want to talk about the Blackbird Designs Weekend Sale. Brenda and Laura talked about it this week. I think they got the idea from someone else. Maybe Teresa. My notes don't say that. But it's a hashtag BBD Weekend Sale, and you don't have to have a new start. If you just have a Blackbird that you're working on and you want to make sure you work on it a little bit and post your picture using # BBD Weekend Sale. So we can see everybody's fabulous Blackbird designs, because they are just wonderful. And that is, I have had one on the back burner, and I'm going to at least, I've picked out my fabric and everything, and I'm switching it all up. I may run and grab it in a little bit, but I want to get it prepped because y'all know I hate starting. So I made myself pick out the fabric one day this week when I couldn't be doing anything else. And so I got that done, and I am ready to get it going. So it'll be, at least have a couple of stitches in and a start when I get ready to roll on it. So I am excited about that. Several of y'all, Luana, Deborah, Nancy, there were several of y'all that said that y'all love the Elizabeth Peters books too, the Amelia Peabody's, and they are fabulous. I know Crocodile on the Sandbank is the first one, and I have nearly every one of them in there, and I was gonna go grab one or two, but here again. Yeah. And the light is weird today because I've turned on extra light because it's so dark outside. We're supposed to get thunderstorms today, which is great because we weren't supposed to get any more. We had a ton last week, but then we had been slated not to get any more rain till in May sometimes. So I am, as much as I hate being shut in, I am glad that we're getting a little more rain if we're fixing to not get any. Frankie, and there were a couple of y'all that said y'all do not like mani-pedis. I don't, and we are kin. I know Frankie and I are kin somehow if we were to do the genealogy on that. But when somebody says something, you know, we're talking about like getting dropped on your head or something, she says, "Are you new here?" And I like that. I like that because sometimes you got to wonder. I wonder lately about the people driving around here. I remember back in the day, my granny just wrote in. I've told y'all, she just wrote in and got a driver's license. You just wrote in and said you want a driver's license, and they would send you one. I think that may be going on again. The way folks around here are driving, I think it may be happening all over again. You just write in and say, "Can I get a driver's license?" They say, "Sure," and put you one in the mail. Because y'all got to know, you can turn right on red. Y'all got to know, when you have that little arrow on the light and it's yellow, that don't mean stop. That means turn with caution. Please don't sit there and wait for the green arrow. If it gives you a yellow arrow, you can turn if you have a clear shot. For heaven's sake. Don't ride in the left lane. If you are not passing somebody, get your butt out the left lane. Get out the left lane and get back in the right lane. The left lane is not for you unless you're passing someone. If you're passing someone, pass them and then get back in the right lane. You're not the speed police. You ain't nobody's mom out here on the roadway. Pass them and get back in the right lane. Please, for the love of everything, pass them and get back in the right lane. The left lane is not for you to look at your phone because there's not anybody merging to get on or off. That's not what the left lane's for. It's not. The left lane is not for you because you don't want to get stuck behind a semi. Then go around them and pull in front. Just saying. That's my little public service announcement this morning. So yes, I think a lot of people on the roadway are new here, Frankie. New to a driver's license. Man, that light is weird. And then we had a lot of birthdays. Karen, her aunt is my birthday twin. And a happy belated birthday to all y'all. Judy's 2 babies are 20 and 23. So happy birthday to them. Jan's son was on the 14th. So happy birthday to him. And Shirley is my birthday twin. Shirley and her twin. She has twin girls. And they're my birthday twins. So how fun is that? So I hope everybody had a great birthday. I did. We went and found a stitchy chair. Thank you, Jesus. Because it was getting rough times in here. So I got just a leather wingback chair, but it's real firm. And it's not humongous. Like James Williams can barely get in his shoulders in there. He's like, I feel like it's hugging me. But he's larger than the average bear. So it's probably, I'm saying it ain't the chair. It's James Williams. But he says it does sit good too. He sat in another one for a few minutes. So I was so happy to get those and be back in my stitching situation comfortably because I cannot sit in a squishy chair for some reason. I don't know. Now that I'm not new anymore, I cannot sit in a squishy chair. It kills me. My back and my hip will be killing me. I'm like 90,000 years old, I guess, because I will be dying. So, for what it's worth, get you a nice firm chair and your life will be better. If it hugs you, that's just a bonus, I guess. And Deb said she doesn't like getting a mani or pedi either because it's boring. And that's the truth. You're just sitting there. Because if they're doing your fingernails and your toenails, you know, they'll come over like work on them at the same time. And then you're just sitting there. Sitting. At least they'll bring you a pink mimosa at mine or whatever you want to drink. You can get a drink there. So, not that one pink mimosa will do you any good, but at least it helps you feel like you're not suffering as much. But they have regular ones or whatever you want, or Coke, and if I go with Micah and she and I can sit by each other, then, you know, we can talk and stuff, but Kyle went with us last time and she had to sit between us. So there was no screaming over her to get them done. She sits there like the little queen. She is so good and still when they're doing her fingernails until she's way better than I am. I mean, it is torture for me, and I'm sure it's all over my face. That it's just torturous. I don't know what, and it's not that, I mean, sometimes you do get people that are rough, but I don't like anybody messing with my, like, doing like that. That's horrible. So, yeah, it ain't my deal, Deb. And Audrey sent us another saying, and this one's funny, and it made me think of something my daddy does. She said, another Northern Ireland saying is he has a gub like a Lugan spade, which I probably said that completely wrong, Audrey. But She said, think like, you know, Fred Gwynn, like Herman Munster. He has that very long face, you know, such a long face like that. And, which I love Herman Munster. He is great. But it made me think that Logan Spade, my daddy, and I grew up calling a long spade shovel like that. My daddy always called it a bulldoogie. And he would say, you know, go get the bulldoogie. And I don't know why, it was the bulldoogie. That's what we always called it, the bulldoogie. And then I married James Williams, and he calls it a sharpshooter. He'll say, hand me that sharpshooter. You got that sharpshooter down there? And so it's just funny how things get different tags. But when you said that in Herman Munster, it made me think of that, like a bulldoogie and a sharpshooter. And, you know, James Williams, you know, always working on, like work construction, he'll always be telling you to hand him something. Hand me this, hand me that. He used to, in his dreams, he would talk in his sleep when we were first married, and he'd say, hand me that. And, you know, I don't know what that is. And he'd say, you gonna hand it to me or not? And literally, he was sound asleep. So I would just hit his hand, and, you know, and then he'd go on. But we have had for years. So I finally told him that they should let me name things. If they let me name things, everybody would know what you wanted. Because the thing, and I don't think it's not an Allen wrench. I don't think it's the crescent. Maybe it is a crescent wrench because it has the moon on the end. Maybe that's it. But if I had my way, they would call it an OU. It has an O on one end and it has a U on the other end, and then the stick in between. That is an OU. If somebody said, hey, hand me that OU out the toolbox, you would look in there and you'd be like, there's an O and a U. That must be what he's talking about. So you would know. You would instantly hand them that thing. You would know. All big equipment, he calls it crazy things. And I'm like, are you talking about that digger or that pusher? Because the digger goes like this, and the pusher has the big blade on the front to push it down the road. So just call it like it is, but they don't let me name things, so here we are, still wondering what everybody needs. But yes, he used to talk in his sleep and tell me to hand him things, and we have had numerous disagreements over bulldoogie and sharpshooter. So I don't know which is actually right, and I don't care. But bulldoogie, you know, bulldoogie is a way more fun word than sharpshooter. It just is. Now, the sharpshooter and the rock bar around here are necessary because depending on what part of the divide you live on around here, there's a plate separation around here. And so one went down and the good dirt went over, right? So if you live on that part, you've got black, like crop dirt everywhere. But if you live on the far side over there, you have anywhere from 0 to 6 inches of dirt before you are on shale. I mean, it is just literally a wall of rock under, and so you have to use the rock bar to break everything up. I had it out the other day to plant stuff, and I'm sure that didn't make my back happy either, but you know, it's all right. Jerry Joe was looking for a DMC, a teal, not necessarily a DMC, a teal that was darker than 3847. Bunny said, look at DMC 3809, which I meant to grab this last week. If y'all don't have one of these, they have them at Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby, all those kind of places, wherever you get your fabric, they have these. And it is very helpful because it has like all these colors in here. So if you don't have one of these, and I don't think it was expensive, I think it was less than $15, but if you'll look right here, she needed a DMC darker than this. And so Bunny says, look at 3809. 3808 is darker, but it's moving more into, in my mind, what is like an aquamarine than a teal. But if you don't have one of these and you're trying to pick a color, or I'm fixing to have to use it on something I'm going to show you later, because sometimes your fabric or different color lots, they'll be too close together. and I'm sliding off my stool here. Hold on. And so if you have this, you can like get in there and look, and it's like super helpful. So if you don't have one of those, and of course you can use your half off coupon, which makes it like super affordable. So, and Susan asked about these little bunnies right here. They're in the September-October 1987, yes, edition of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. It's by Diane Brassfield. And then Sarah said she stitched it, and I remembered this after you said it, and it may even show it in the picture, on a sweatshirt. She had stitched it on a sweatshirt for her mama, and that she wore it forever. I had one, a sweatshirt that I had stitched a kitty cat face on right here. And I remember that now. So thank you for that, because I forgot about it. Karen had asked about what foundation makeup I use. Y'all know I'm fancy. This is Rimmel Stay Matte by Rimmel. It is not expensive, but I have like super oily skin, and so I get the, I think it's normal to oily. Does it say on here? I thought it used to say normal to oily, or there may be one dry to whatever, but I thought it said it on here, so maybe not. But it stays on my face and does not slide off. And I don't know if it has SPF in it or not, but I put like SPF on usually underneath, so. But Rimmel Stay Matte, and I love it, and it's not expensive. You can get it at the grocery store, at the pharmacy, at the Walmart, at the whatever, and they always have it, so I love that. And the lipstick today is Wet n Wild Mega Last. Wet n Wild Mega Last, and it says it is Cherry on Top is the color. So, and Michelle, I went and checked. I don't know if I answered your email, so I sent you an email reply. Holler back at me. Y'all, if you send me an email and I don't answer, and it requires, like, if you send me an email with your address, sometimes I won't answer because right then I go and put that on there and put it in the mail. So I try not to double answer. So, but if you're sending me something to look at and I don't answer, make sure that you get a hold of me on another, either resend the email. Oh, there's my little hummingbirds. Or send it on Messenger, you know, instant message, Instagram or something like this, or just send it to me again. Make sure I got it somehow, because I try to get everything, but I know I miss them, and I have found them in my spam. So if I don't answer you, make sure I do. Carol said, thank you for mentioning dyslexia and dysgraphia and dyscalculia and all this. She said she was diagnosed only about 15 years ago, and she was grown. Like, she's 48 years old when she got diagnosed. So she just thought, you know, she was always just thought, well, there's something wrong, I'm not very smart. And that is just not true. So if you do, back when we were in school, they didn't do that stuff a lot. I mean, I never even heard of that when I was in school until CJ was a baby. I'd never even heard of anything like that. And he had just a super high IQ, but he struggled. He struggled. And so don't discount yourself like that. Look into it. There are still ways to get tested. There's still ways to find out, you know, aids to help you read and things and all. As she, and Cheryl loves purple, says she struggles with her learning disability and dyslexia worse now that she's aging. It's getting worse. And I just don't think that we should worry about that so much. I mean, let me correct that. If you can do something about it, do. If don't let it, let me see how I say this. She said she has to rewrite things. After she looks at them, she rewrites them and has to rewrite them because it doesn't come out right. But I just don't feel like we should put that much stress on ourselves. I feel like probably if you sent me an email, I could figure out what you wanted to say. And so don't not send it just because you think it doesn't. I continually send out things that are not proofed and have all kinds of crazy typos and have the wrong word and everything wrong. My kids, it's like hilarious to them because I just, you know, send something off and it don't pick it up. And I don't care. If I see it or they Mom, then I'll send back, oh, I meant, whatever. But I mean, seriously, we're sending emails to people that we love and care about. And so I just hope that never stops us from contacting each other or from sending something. Keely's dyslexia was so bad. But at our house, and I've probably told y'all this a million times, we would keep a list on the refrigerator. And if the kids wanted anything, they could just write it on the list, right, that they wanted from the grocery store. And so he was in speech and was in his learning disability class for his dyslexia and stuff. And he would write on there. And he would write, and I would think, oh my gosh. Sometimes I couldn't figure it out. And so I would have to go to CJ and Mike, and I'd say, hey, listen, your baby brother's done put something on the list. I can't figure out what it is. It's not jiving on my brain. Usually I could look at it and know immediately what he wanted. But also because there would a lot of times be no spaces. There would be 3 or 4 words and they would just be like one long thing, right? And one of the times was he put on there GRPJHLY, and there was stuff in front of it and stuff behind it, and I'm sitting here trying to think what the other things were. But CJ one morning starts running my room screaming, Mom, it's grape jelly! Because he had figured out what Keely wanted on the list. I always wanted him to do your best, write it, write what you can, we'll figure it out. And so we always just, because I wanted to get what he wanted, I didn't want to say to him, baby, Mama don't know what this says. So, if I couldn't get it, I would ask Mike and CJ. And CJ came running there and he'd figured out the whole string. There was 3 things. There's a string of them right there. And so just send it. And if not, I'll have somebody else look at it, or I would write you back and say, hey, I think I may be misunderstanding this right here. But I would rather you send it than not send it. I just hate that. I feel like sometimes we get so caught up in like things having to be perfect and thinking that we think things have to be perfect or just so, and I just don't think that's true. I don't. I think it's more important that we make contact with each other and reach out, and than it is we send like a perfect note or a perfect letter, or y'all know if y'all ever got anything from me, my serial killer handwriting. I mean, it just is what it is. Now can I write? If I sit there but it takes me a while to write nice. I can, but it is not my go-to, and it takes a while. So normally I would just write y'all, and I hope you can read it. But if you can't, send me an email and say, girl, I cannot read this. What did you say to me? James Williams can't read his mama's handwriting. She'll send us a thank you note or something, and he'll sit over here. I'll open it and sit over here so he can see it. And he'll come in and he'll say, hey, what's my mom's card say? And I have to tell him because he does not know what that card says. Oh, my nose is itching. Dang. So I would think things like that we need to talk about, and don't pretend like they're not real, and don't pretend like that just because you have it, there's something wrong with you. You would never say that about somebody with diabetes or somebody with heart disease or epilepsy. You would never say these things. And it's another kind of abnormalities in our bodies. But for some reason, we act like because it is either a mental health or a learning disability or something that it doesn't exist, or that it exists, but it's not okay to say it. And it's okay to say it. It's okay to say it. It's okay to say, I have a hard time reading this. I have a hard time writing this. I have a hard time making change. I have a hard time. All these things it's fine. It's normal. It's just we're not all the same. Thank goodness. It would sure be boring if we were. So I just really hope that we would normalize that. And speaking of normalizing, Cheryl said that they made the caramel apple dip that I held up, and it was so good. And then she was looking for the lightning dip. And I didn't go back and watch because I don't watch after, the last week. Like, I don't ever watch my other videos again. But I think I was talking about the black bean, lightning, black bean. I guess that is kind of the same. But it was, here, I'll write it. Let me see if I can find a piece of artist paper here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, girl. I've got junk scribbled on everything. I'm about to run out of space on my book here. Black bean dip, not lightning. Black bean, but it does kind of look and sound the same. So, but it's just made with like usually some onions and chicken broth and or beef broth, whichever you prefer, and a little bit of cumin and some seasoning and stuff, and then you puree it like it's like pureed. So it's all kind of like a hummus texture, like that. It's not grainy, but it's like, you know, you can dip with it. But I think that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so talking about ways we're different. And Debbie and Nicole in Australia said they have done Flat Stanley. And he is such a fun guy. And so if you haven't, look up the book about Flat Stanley. If your kids didn't do this, especially right now when we can't, you know, when a lot of us especially aren't vaccinated, can't see each other as much, and this kind of thing, look up Flat Stanley, because you could do like Flat Stanley around your family members. And it is so fun. We have had Flat Stanleys on vacation, like when one of our family members, like when Seiji couldn't go to Mexico with us, we had a Flat Stanley of Seiji and we held her in the pictures and stuff. So it was kind of like she was there with us. I know that Justin's family has done Flat Stanleys of their brothers when they've been deployed and stuff, and so that they would be, you know, at a family photo, they'd hold the Flat Stanley up. So, and then you just send him around. You fold him up and put him back in the envelope and send him to the next person. So look up Flat Stanley. He's super fun. And Ruth was 70 on the 8th. Happy birthday, Ruth. My mama keeps reminding me all day yesterday. She kept saying, you know, I'm going to be 80 on my birthday. I know, Mama, 80 on September. Huh, that's a lot. You're doing good. She goes, I am doing better than anybody I know. Well, I know, Mama. We had to have the talk about running a race. Mama, please don't try to run. Please do not try to run. You fall down and break your hip, you ain't going to be doing better than everybody you know. So, happy late birthday, Ruth. And happy late birthday, Julie. I did not know it was your birthday on the 10th, but your sister told out on you. So, I found out. So, happy late birthday. And Kendra and I are going to have to get together and do like a partner stitching, I guess. Because she says she works faster when she gets to the end. When she gets close to the end, she works faster. She wants to work, and work faster. And when I get close to the end, I'm just like, especially if I did a border like that, like the big piece I did, the border, I did not, that was a bad plan. Now I know why y'all do the border all the way around first on a big piece. I usually don't, but yeah, I get it now, because that was no bueno trying to work my way around that thing at the bottom after I was done with everything else. Boring. So Kendra and I need to get some kind of a partnership going. And Alana, I hope you're okay. Your second post said, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. So I hope you were just teasing me to be sure I read things and that you're fine and didn't actually fall like my mama when she tells me she's going to run a race and I'm afraid she's going to fall and break her hip. Lord. And I got a comment from Carol Saltbox Stitcher. What the heck? After I said she was my jam. I would have never thought that Carol, as much serious stitching as she does and quilting and all the fancy things, had time to listen to me ramble on. So I was so excited. So hello, Carol. I could not believe it. Becky, yes, she says that the Manny and Petty is not her thing either. She only went one time and she wasn't going back because they told her to put her feet up, put her feet under the light. And so she was trying to put her feet up under the hand light. They didn't make it clear that there was a bottom light. So she said she went that one time, she never went back. I understand that. I'm the queen of misunderstanding what people are trying to tell me. My husband would say it's because you start doing before they finish talking. And maybe that's true. It could be true. And Robin, you made me laugh talking about sayings, because she said that, I think she said her uncle or daddy one would say, busier than a one-armed paper hanger. And my daddy says that. And that makes you say that. And he says, busier than a cranberry merchant the day before Thanksgiving. And so when you said that, I could hear my daddy saying it, made me laugh so hard. And, okay, Nikki said that she has problems with keeping up with, what age she is too. And she had a good idea. I think because of COVID, we should just cancel 2020 birthdays and possibly 2021s. So you just don't count them, because you didn't get to go nowhere, do nothing fun in 2020. You're just stuck at home, not getting had no birthday party or nothing. So I think that's a good idea, that we just 2020 years get marked out, because you didn't get to put no age on yourself doing anything fun. So I say we cancel those. And Cindy and Deb are trying to keep me right. Last week when I said February 16th. Y'all, please try to keep me on track. It is a chore. It is an absolute chore, I know. Heavenly days. And we have, I have a lot of Happy Meal. And so I thought I would do things different so that if some of y'all had to go pretty quick, I will do, talk a little bit about Mania in a minute, but I'll show y'all my whips and stuff now, and then I'll go to Happy Meal and stuff. So let's see. And I didn't put things on boards today, so it's just kind of a hot mess. We're here in the Hot Mess Express. Let's see, move some of these things over here where I can see them better. That goes there. Okay, the first one that I told you I was going to get a start on, and I did, and then I had to change. So this was from Danita, knew that I'd been wanting this. And this is the bittersweet season, and she always finds the best things and has them on like stash and load and things. She finds all the good stuff. And so I had wanted this when I'd seen it in Lisa Kindred Stitcher, and she used to have it in the background of her, and I loved it. And so she told me the name, and then several of y'all told me the name too. Y'all knew what I was talking about. And then Danita sent it to me. And I have been trying to get the threads together and all the stuff, because it's got some weird things like chronics and things like this. So I thought, I'm going to start this and get it going. And so I pulled out this beautiful fabric. This is 32 count French country linen from Flosstube Fabrics from Jerry Lynn. And I started stitching on here. That's well, I should show y'all the front side. I started stitching up to the top with this moon. But I'm going to tell y'all, getting this through here on this 32 was war. And it says you can do it on, it gives you different counts, right? That you could do it on. So I stopped, which I don't do very often, and I'm going to take that out. But I didn't take it out until I wanted to show y'all, because it is a booger pulling that through there. And now these are just the regular colors, not the specialty, not the chronics or anything. So I've got two things I got to decide. These are two of the DMC colors here. And then this is one of the, I think it's a Gast color. They are very, very similar. And I don't know if any of y'all have done this, if y'all's were that similar. Because this is like right here. And it does look pretty similar in the picture. So, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I need to change it up for some of the rest of it. I'm not going to pull it out on here, but I don't know. But that 32 was too much for me to get that chronic through there. I felt like I was just, it felt yucky. It was all, and I don't like hearing that kind of sound. That was yucky. So I did get started on that this week and made a little progress on it. Then I worked on my Jessie Watson. It is Hands Across the Sea. Here. It is beautiful. Jessie Watson by Hands Across the Sea. It is the Sal with Raspberry Stitcher, the Jessie Watson Sal. I love it. It is a beautiful stitch. And I made some more progress on it. And Barbara breaks it up. So like, you know, we're doing, I think like maybe from here up will be the first, because it's going to be work on it every month. So we're doing from there up. So I've got that first thing all the way across. So then I just got to do my little waves on there. This is gorgeous. This is that French Country, Golden Needle French Country from Floss and Fabrics. I'm not using the call for colors. I'm just picking my own. And I'm loving them. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, it sneeze my head off. But I just picked some and I'm loving them. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's beautiful, beautiful colors. So that one is one, and it's, I did the PDF download. So if you want to jump on and do this, it's for autism awareness. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's been pretty fun. And I just pick it up and work on it. And then I'm going to try to keep up every month with where we're supposed to be, since we're supposed to be doing it in the group, which is fun to do things in a group. And she's also having like Zoom things, which I didn't get to do. I think I had Mama when she was Zooming, I think, last time. So I didn't get to. This is Hedgerow House. I love this thing. It's by Jane Greenoff. It is beautiful. Now I am changing mine up quite a bit because the color palette is a little bit flat for me. So far, these are the colors I pulled for it. And I am in love with this thing. This is Toast by Me Stitch Me. 32 count Toast by Me Stitch Me. So this week I did this section here and the little green vines. I changed and went back and corrected I didn't like the dark black on the edge here or in the center. So I took that darkest blue out on the edge of the yellow and just put yellow on there, and that made me happier. So, and then I did some more green little viney places on here. So this one is super fun. It is beautiful. I'm going to change it to look like little houses that we've lived in. But I'm loving it. And I'm not doing all the colors, all the different, it has a lot of like confetti stitching for me. I'm just using the overdyes and in place of doing that. And I think that's working fine for me. But I am in love with this thing. This is going to be so pretty when it's finished. And of course my red alphabet. Y'all know I love me a red alphabet. Then I did get I've done just a little bit of the Lazy Daisies on here. And so I want to show y'all, I went back and finished the Lazy Daisies. This is in the Jelly Bean Jubilee. And this is Jelly Bean Garden, I think. Jelly Bean Garden. And it's just on a scrap of leftover blue Monaco that I overdyed with a camel colored Rit dye. And then I just put the little Lazy Daisies around like that. And I put my initials and the date in here. But she is so cute. So cute. I love stitching these. It was super fun. And I'm just equivocating. I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. about doing, the only one that I have left is this one and the hip hop. And I am just going back and forth about what to do, if I'm gonna do those two or not, or how I'm gonna do those, I should say. So, but this is, I just had a color, kind of a color palette pulled, and I stitched the whole book off this. I just kept it together and had my little scraps of fabric in my bag and just kept them together, and then I would just start on the next one. So I am just thinking about it. And that teal, I told you one of these teals was so pretty, but it's not really darker than that one. This has helped me, Rhonda, but it's not darker than that 3847. It's about the same. So, but it is beautiful teal though. If you're needing a pretty teal, that teal is gorgeous. And then I finished Susan's present. We got together, and I forgot to get the little cards we made. We went to Billy Neal's house and made cards on Tuesday night. And Billy Neal has Stampin' Up business. And she will get, so if any of y'all do Stampin' Up, to me this is a genius thing. I think it's $10 or something like that. It's not much that we pay. And she has set out for us to make 3 cards. So there's one on this end of the table, one on this end of the table, and then one on the bar. And then so you just finish each one, but she has the pieces cut out. And then you just do like the big, let me rephrase that. Like the envelope is there and the card part is there, and I have an old one over here somewhere, probably not. And then, you know, you stamp on there what you need to stamp, and you put the trims on, and you actually assemble the whole thing there at her house. So you can make some fun cards without having to like buy different papers you don't need, or you don't know how to use them, or use stamps. And of course she has the die cut cranky machine to do the fancy things too. But I did not get finished. I was so excited. We got to have dinner together before, so we went and had dinner at Fuzzy's, and then we went to Billy Neal's to make cards, and it was so fun. And it was so fun to people watch. I got a beater to the Fuzzy's, and so I sat in my car and just people watch, because there's like a Fuzzy's and a UPS store and a nail salon and a Rue 21 and something else, a mattress store down the street. Anyway, it's like in a strip mall thing. And you know, you've been stuck in the house and haven't got to people watch that. So I just sat there and watched the people come and go. It was fabulous. But I got it finished, and it is just a very limited palette here. But I love it. And now I just got to FFO it for her. So it's a finish, but not an FFO. Friends are the family we choose. And then I put my initials and the year over here. And this will, I'll FFO this and get it to her. And I hope she likes it, because it was, she is just fabulous. And it's true, they are the family we get to choose, we get to pick them. And I appreciate it so much how she always takes care. I mean, it's not just me, she's always taking care of people. So I'm going to FFO this. I would like to find a little box to put it in the top of, but I don't know. See, if I was smart, I would have bought the box first and then made the design to go in the box. But me doing things backward like I do. Yeah, I did this first. Go me. But I used Wicked Stepmother, Hey Jude. A Wicked Stepmother, Hi Jude. I Am Woman is that fun pink, because she loves Gerber daisies. And the bright pink and orange Gerber daisies. And so I used this I Am Woman, this bright pinky red looking color. Easter Parade is the green. And then for the centers, I wanted like this buttery kind of, and it's Finley Gold by Classic Colorworks, or what I put in the center here. So that one was fun. It didn't take long. I finished it up this week while I was in between doing other things, and got it done. And so I hope she likes it, and I hope I can find a good little box that it fits in. Also this week, and I'll hold a couple of these up. Y'all, we may go long today. I want to start one of my Noah's Arks. I want to have one of my Noah's Arks going at all times. So, y'all have been sweet enough to send me some, and I have some. So, I'm going to show some here if anybody else is a Noah's Ark girl like me. I've had this one a long time, and it may be the first one because I think I've had it the longest. Noah's Ark by the City Stitcher. It's an old one. I do still see it on things on eBay and Stash and Load and things like that. But it is, it does have some over one. These little birds, and Noah and his wife here are over one. But it is really pretty, and it says, A is for Ark with Noah and wife to care for God's creatures and start a new life. And I just love that thing. So that may be it. I'm trying to decide which one. And then these are some, y'all have sent me some of these. I've had some of these, but I love them. This one is Promise, Promise by Mill Hill on the Prairie. How cute is that little thing? And it's not very big. I should probably start with a small one and be happy and get it done. That one is so cute. This is The Ark Leaves in 10 Minutes by Mosey and me. My hand was on the name of who made it. The Ark Leaves in 10 Minutes. But see, this one is extra good because it has mermaids. It has Noah and mermaids. That's like double good, right? Elephants, Noah, mermaid. I mean, you can't go wrong here. All the good things. And I think even some specialty stitches. So it has all the fun stuff on there. This is another heartstrings, like my Bittersweet Season Long Skinny Pumpkin Cat. So cute. It says the name is Noah and Company. And I just love that little boat. And it has these little fun beads. Down here, the little whale beads. That thing is adorable. This one is, I've had this one a long time too. The Cricket Collection, Noah's Ark. It has several in here. This one has little buttons. This one has the alphabets, and this one is Noah and the little animals out here. And then this shows it on a sweatshirt like we were talking about. So that one is adorable. Here is Hyenas and Sheep. This is Noah's Christmas Ark, the number 5. I don't have all these. I need to get them so I can get them. Heaven forbid I don't get them done. This one is in Leisure Arts, October 89. They're so cute. And if you don't do backstitch, this one ain't going to be for you, that's for sure. But it is adorable. This is the Stitcher's Habit, Northern Noah. And see, it has Noah like polar bears and penguins and stuff. So you never think of those things. How cute is that? The little raccoon over there and the canoes at the top. This one is Under the Rainbow. And it is so, so cute. Noah went a-fishing. It says, when Noah went a-fishing, the fish he caught were few. For the worms he used for bait, they numbered only 2. Poor Noah. But it's so cute. That Noah doll is cute too, let's be honest. Then this one is just, it was a Mill Hill kit, but of course the little pattern is still in here. And it's like a little Noah Christmas on the Ark. How cute. How cute is that? And then there is this one on the Starbright Bell Pools. Look at him right there in the center. How cute is that one? Has a little sheep in there. But he is so dang cute. Love it. Love it. And then there's 2 more. This one is by Sisters and Best Friends, 2x2. It's adorable. So I've got to get one of these going. And this is Bent Creek, 12 Days of Christmas Noah. Isn't he cute? But you know, you could just stitch that part if you wanted to. And just have the Noah with these little animals there. That is adorable. So, y'all let me know if y'all have a favorite in there, because I'm going to get one of those going because I want myself to start working on my Noah's Ark. So more of them will be showing. Then this week, now I guess we'll go to Happy Mail and haul. And I guess we will do Happy Mail first because, yeah, we'll do Happy Mail first. And I'll need that in a minute. Y'all are really gonna laugh because I had to go get out the e-pad, as Dex used to say. I had to go get out the e-pad and try to figure out how to use it. And for me, y'all, that's something else. So I'm gonna grab up some cards here, and we're gonna try to see if I can not mess everything up here. Probably not, because messing things up is my wheelhouse. Oh Lordy, what did I do with that? Oh, baby, it's right there. Woohoo! Okay, we'll save that one for the end because it kind of goes with the Happy Meal. Y'all. I got this beautiful card from Cindy, and she sent in here these Lizzie Kates. This one these are Boxer Juniors, and it has ice cream, and then this one has pie, and then this one has cupcake, and they're so cute. And it says they are, dang y'all, 53 by 53. So they're not huge little things. So they are fabulous. And that's from Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. I had all these fun birthday stuff this week. And Aria put some of her stickers over here. And also from Aria this week, she gave me one of her school pictures with a sticker on it. So yes, she is the great little gifter. Y'all know I tell y'all she loves to gift. So this was one of my gifts. She gone and got it out of her mama's stuff and gave me a school picture with her little pumpkin on it there. So, little funny girl. This one is this little kitty cat card from Ruth. And I love it. And, hang on, Ruth. I've got things going backwards. Okay, here they are. Oh. I've got things piled up weird here, and I'm going to have an avalanche if I'm not careful. Okay, so here we go. All right, I think I've got it fixed now. Ruth. She sent me this adorable card. And then this fun package. And so here's the box. And then it had all these little, and I'm going to hold these up so you can see how fun they are. Which I'll put things in a little gift bag or something like, or in a little basket. I never thought about doing it like this. And this was so much fun because she put them in, there was little individual, all these little fun little things. So I got to open all these fun little packages. So thank you, Ruth, not only for the fabulous gifts, but for making it so fun. One of them was this beautiful Girls on the Scissors. How cute is she? I loved it. And then this, I thought this was fabulous now. This adorable little fabric with the Christmas kitties and mice and all the yummies on here. This pencil pouch, which she has already been instructing me how we're going to, we've already put some things in. I said, baby, remember, she doesn't use them until after she does her video so that she don't forget to tell people thank you. And so we've had the time keeping this thing out of getting busy already. And then two things, and the funniest one is this. I do not have a corner gauge. I've never had one. And I've thought about buying one just this week. I thought, I'm gonna buy me a corner gauge. So Ruth sent me a corner gauge. She must have known I needed one. So, or anyone who's seen how far off center I was when I started my In Health and Peace knows I need a corner gauge. So thank you, Ruth. And then this beautiful, I call them floss books. Is that the right name for it? This fabulous buffalo check. Y'all know I love using a piece of felt to keep my threads on. And these are just extra nice and fancy. They'll hold your little needles in there. This one says it's by Dot Dot Goose. And you know, she does beautiful bags. And I didn't know she did the little books here too. And so this is fabulously cool. So thank you so much, Ruth. And I'm gonna try to keep all this. Y'all should see me having me an avalanche over here because I'm not a good stacker upper at all. And then from Miss Carol here, she sent me this fabulous gift card to see Shelly. This beautiful card. And it's hilarious because Shelly, I had been waiting on something from Shelly and it came in and she tried to help me out. But of course I got it all backwards. And so I'll be calling Shelly today because I do need to get some other stuff. But how hilarious is that? That she had been getting something for me and it came in, but it got here before this did. So Shelly and Carol were both trying to help me out. And of course, y'all know that song, Hard to Love? Y'all know that song? Hard to love, don't make it easy. I can mess up anything, I promise. So thank you, Carol. And thank you, Shelly, for trying to take care of me, even though I'm difficult. This is from our Jude. This fabulous, fun little card with these little animals on here. Thank you, Jude. And we had all the fun opening these this week and going through these. Aria just loved what she said. Shoot, there's more mail. And this one is from Diane, I believe, yes. How beautiful is that? That is the prettiest thing. So thank you, Diane. And like I said, I'm hoping I'm not messing these up and getting them in the wrong way. Oh, and this is, okay, this is where I found out. This is Peggy. Thank you for my birthday card, Peggy. And I've got to get on here and tell which colors are which on my drum to get, I haven't forgotten about that. But she did, that Peggy is Julie's sister and told off what Julie's birthday was April 10th that I didn't know about. So thank you for the card and for letting me know, Peggy, because Julie was not forthcoming, I don't think. This was from my friend Mel, and when she got to come up and see me and stay with me to go see her mama. So that was super nice to get to see her. We've been friends since we were kids, and that was fabulous. And now this here, Heidi sent me this beautiful card. And this will be my, this color and cotton here. So this I'm going to get to use. So here's another teal. We've been talking about all the teals this year. It says Color and Cotton Limited Edition. It's so pretty. So I'm very excited to use that. So thank you, Heidi. And I have something I need to go start and use it on right now. But of course, now, y'all look at this. And this is kind of what we do when we go. This is from Colleen. And she sent me a gift card to go use at Frankie's. And so I've got to go do that. And we'll look at some of Frankie's stuff in a minute. But look at this beautiful card. How beautiful is that? That thing is fabulous. So thank you, Colleen, for my shopping spree and for my beautiful card. Because I do have things at Frankie's. I've got to go. I got them in my cart, and then, y'all, this has been a week. And now this is from our Sue Doll. She sent me this beautiful card here. I loved it. And y'all, I'll put little notes in here. And thank y'all so much. Like I said, we had so much fun opening them and reading them and all this. This is from Miss Frankie. This is a new color, and I'm gonna hold it up on here. Let's see. Wildwood Flower. Y'all know that's a fabulous song. But it is beautiful. Kind of just a smoky color. I love it. So thank you, Frankie. And Rhonda. I always forget to say Rhonda, but a wicked stepmother is Frankie and Rhonda. And I'm sorry, Rhonda, I leave you off, and I feel bad about that. This is from Jerlyn, who is, Or am I going to see it on here now? I want to be sure and show it. There it is. Okay. She sent me this funny card with this little sheep on here. Too cute. And then I told her she changed her name. And so I'm going to hold both of these up here. Floss and Fabrics. And it's Jerry Lynn, and she used to be Finish a Quilt. That's where my button fabric, this, Floss and Fabric, Jerry Lynn, is where this button fabric came from. She sent me this right here. Let me see if I can pick it up. This button fabric, she has it in her shop. And she sent me some, and that's where that. So Floss and Fabric from Jerry Lynn, and she sent me this fabulous chart, and I don't know how, you know, I think I spend my whole life looking at stitching stuff. But look, I have never seen this, and it is the cutest thing. It's by October House, and it's called Flosstube Friends. And so it has these different ladies in there, and so then you have the options to change their hair color, their skin color, I love this. This is fabulous. So thank you, Jerry Lynn. And she has it at the shop, and it is so cute. And I think this is fabulous. I love that there are different options in here. So thank you, Jerry Lynn, for the chart and the nice card, and for letting me know that that is even there. Now this, y'all, these are so fun. These are so fun. This is from our Letha. Birthday card for me from our Letha. And look, y'all know I get excited when I get to talk about Letha, because she is from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And first time she messaged me, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're the home of Phil, you're the home of the groundhog. And she was like, yes. So I was so excited to know somebody who lived in Punxsutawney, and, you know, with Phil. So where can I turn over this show? Here we go. How fabulous is that? She sent me some Punxsutawney Phil socks. They're made by Socksmith. So and I don't know if y'all know this, I think I've said on before, I am a sock freak. I love fun socks. Baby one year looked high and low to get me the Advent calendar thing. I think Target had it with the Harry Potter socks in there. I was so excited. I love fun socks. So I love my Punxsutawney Phil socks. So thank you, Letha. It was so fun. And Arya thought that was hilarious, that there was some socks with groundhog on there, because y'all know she wants a hedgehog. That's all she wants is hedgehog. And no matter how much her mom and I tell her, I don't know that you're going to have much fun with that as a pet, because, you know, they're awake at night and you're a night sleeper. She loves Hedgie. She wants a Hedgie. So we're going to see who wins out. Another person who makes beautiful, beautiful cards is our Ann, Miss Ann. Ann Seeley makes the most beautiful cards. Look at this. Holy moly. Has a little button. It has a little crochet thing and a little bunny and all the good things on here. This has all the good stuff. Twine. All the good things are on this card. It is beautiful. Thank you, Ann. And then she sent, my nose is all itching, this, which I don't have. And I thought, when I see people show this, and maybe, and I don't know, it's Loose Feathers Summer by Blackbird Designs. I thought it was just this one pattern with these fabulous strawberries on here. And then, you know, people do them, because there's 3 pieces. And I don't know if it'll show the whole picture in here. Does it show it on the back? I don't guess it shows it all put together. But there isn't one, and I think it's spring maybe. But there's 3 pieces to this design, and you can do them in a row. I assumed it was just one design. But in here, there is this beautiful partridge, and it says Partridge Sewing. It looks like a fractor kind of. And then this one is gorgeous. And I did not know that it had other patterns when I've seen people show they stitch this. Woodland Berries are all in this book. So how beautiful is that? So thank you, Ann. Not only did you send me something fabulous, but I learned something new. see here, I'm gonna put that right back in there. And then this is by Imaginating Halloween Night. This is so cute. Look at that. That is adorable. I love it. So thank you, Anne. And I don't think I've ever even seen that one, by Imaginating. So that one is fabulous. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to keep everything somewhat together because I think Aria's going to be here in a little while and I'll have to keep it somewhat together to get it all put up. And then, lordy, lordy. This is from Jenny. And this, I'm going to get it, I'm sure I've got it tangled up now because that's me. She sent the girls these beautiful gifts here. So they haven't got to come by to open them yet. I haven't seen them since I got these. But she sent me this beautiful necklace. And it has my initials in the center. And then a K for Catch and Kimi and Aria. And an N. How cute is that? And then these beautiful earrings. I'm going to try to hold them up together. I'll just hold up one and maybe I can keep them all together. How beautiful is that? No, and I love turquoise. So thank you so much, Jenny. I cannot wait. Y'all know I don't let myself wear things, y'all stand or do anything with them until after I show them because I'm always afraid I'll forget. But it had this beautiful, look at that. How beautiful is that? It had that beautiful tag card on here. And then this, here again, the teal floss. Evidently teal is the deal, y'all. So thank you so much, Jenny. I got all the fun packages. Look at that. I never even thought about tying up a box with embroidery floss. And I have probably enough to go to the moon and back. But, so thank y'all, thank y'all. Now we're going to go to my Happy Mail, which, like I said, Shelly tried to help me out here. I had the gift card, but I didn't know I had the gift card. And so I had been waiting on this mini pumpkin stitches. And it is little floss and beads and things. And it goes with this. And Smurfette of Smurfette Stitches Adele, if y'all don't, y'all should look at her on Instagram and things like this. She does Instagram and she does Flosstube some. She doesn't get to do a lot, but her stitching is beautiful. She had stitched this and I commented on how pretty it was and she sent it to me. And it is beautiful. It is by Jeanette Douglas Designs and it is mini pumpkin stitches. And so it has little specialty stitches. I don't know if it's going to pick it up on there. And beads and all the kind of fun things. And so she sent it to me. And I was so excited. And so I asked Shelly at Just Stitching. Oh, dang, that shows my address, huh? Shelly at Just Stitching in Strongville to get it for me. And she did. And then she always sends you fun little patterns on here. When you get an order from her, you have little patterns in here. This one has Spring Basket by Heart in Hand. And this one is Happy Spring. It's a little bunny by Homespun Elegance. And this is Just the Season of Luck, which has some beautiful heart. I don't know what they're called. It's like a smear and a cross, but it's shaped like a heart. So I don't know if that's got a name for it or not. But there's the way it looks when it's graphed out. Look at that, how pretty. And it's called Tis the Season of Luck, Tis the Season of Luck. And it's by Dupe Design. So cute. And it's in Belle Chase, Louisiana, which isn't that far from me. So, I mean, as anything's not that far from me, but I know where it is. I've been through there a lot. So, that's another thing on my thing to start. That was haul this week, was my mini pumpkin stitches. And then I got my Just Cross Stitch magazine this week. And it had all these, it has a lot of pretty things in the back. Now my mama, yesterday, made several comments. about how pretty this one was. She liked that one. This is pretty, but it doesn't have enough other colors for me. It's all yellow orange and it has just a little bit of purple, but it is a beautiful design, but I would have to change those colors up some. But this is the one that I would like to get going on. It is a specialty stitch sampler that's in several parts. So this is like part 3 in here, and it's gonna, I think, go on all year to get it done. But you can see there's all kind of cute things in here. This one's really cool. It has home, and then you put your, like the compass points of your house in there. So I thought that was cool. So there's a lot of cool things in there. So cool things. Now, Happy Mail. Y'all, all the things today. I'm trying to keep everything right. But y'all are just going to really be laughing now. Because I had to go, when I have to go get out the iPad and try to make it work, Lord have mercy. But I'm going to show this before I forget, because Frankie and Rhonda at A Wicked Stepmother messaged and said that they would offer a PDF download of 2 of their charts. The first one is, so these will be some of the shares for next week. So I'm going to try to make myself remember what words I used. This is Bunny and Blue. How pretty is that? I love it. I told you I couldn't find my cover sheet. I couldn't find it. I found the pattern, but then I realized I hadn't done a cover sheet print. I just done the pattern. So then I couldn't show it anyway. So then I thought, oh, well, I could just show it on the iPad, on James's iPad. James Williams' iPad will be perfect. So Bunny and Blue will be one of the shares this week. So if you're interested in that chart, be sure you use the word bunny in your comment. And then Tulip Sampler. Now, if you go to A Wicked Stepmother on Etsy, she has it on, she shows it on black fabric and on off-white fabric. But it is beautiful. I love this thing. So it is definitely on my got to get it done. And if you're interested in this share, use the word tulip in your comment. It will be a PDF. These will be PDFs, so they can go, anywhere easily. So, but it is so pretty. I love it. Love, love, love it. You could change those tulips to any color you wanted if you didn't want to do pink tulips, because, they come in all kinds of shades. So, and then the other one share this week will be, I'll do 2 of these. So if anybody wants this, be sure you use the word friend, not friends, but just use the word friend in your comment. And we'll do 2 of these. And I can just print it off and mail it to you. Probably be easier because it's small. But if you prefer I email it to you, I can do that too. I guess it just, my thing doesn't make them into PDFs, which I didn't realize. And so then I get Micah to convert it. So whichever you want, that is fine. So Bunny, Tulip, or Friend this week for the shares. And then last week's, which I forgot to grab, but we know what they were. The Home and Swear, the Abbey Rose one is the one, and it goes to Margie Cruz, which we used to know some people last name of Cruz. They spelled it a little different, but, and then my May Health and Peace with the coffee on it, but you can still see it, goes to Renee Smith. Renee Smith. So if you two will email me at nissalyn@yahoo.com, I'll get those in the mail. There's a big old crow. To y'all, and get them on their way. And thank y'all for the birthday wishes and for all the fabulous fun gifts and cards. And it was so much fun for Ari and I this week to go through them. And I had Mom on Monday and Thursday this week, so it did cut into my stitching time some, but I don't know if it's the move or what, but she's kind of just a little, and of course she's going to get worse, but she is just, a little worse right now. She argued with my sister that the dog was in the house with her, and my sister had to leave the studio and go by the house, and First, she wouldn't answer, which scared my sister to death. So she locks up the studio and heads over there because the guys are there to mow, and they won't mow with Gibbs outside. Even though he ain't got but like 3 teeth, he's owed like a million. But they won't mow, you know, they're afraid of him. So she's calling Mama to get her to put him in the house. And she won't answer, so then she really panics. So she puts a sign on the door of the studio and jumps in the Jeep and starts over there. And about the time she gets close to the house, Mama answers. And she says, Mama, you got to go let Gibbs in. The guys are there to mow, and they won't mow with Gibbs there. And she said, well, he's sitting right here. He's in the house with me. And she said, no, Mama, he's not. He's not. I can hear him barking outside when they call me. Yes, he is. Do you believe them or me? And she was just adamant about it. So I think she thought she'd let him in earlier, and then she had forgot that he was outside, and she don't like him in the house anyway. She don't. For some reason, she's got off poor old Gibbs, and wasn't the cat too. I mean, she didn't want him in the house, and so then my sister walks in. She's like, really, Mom? He's sitting right here with you? Which she said, I know I'm not supposed to argue with her, but my goodness gracious. And of course, Mom just goes and turns and looks the other way. Oh, Lord. So she let the dog in, and she said, Mom, do you need anything before I go? And no, I'm fine. And so she said, Mom, you've got to let him stay in the house while they're mowing outside. And then she ran back to the studio to teach the class, and I guess that was on Wednesday. And then so I kept her with me on Thursday. So we watched some Quirk. It's an older mystery show, but it's really good. She liked it, and so we watched it. And I always try to find something different for her to watch while we're doing stuff, because we'll be folding clothes or doing things like this. But it was too cold. She wouldn't go outside with the wind blowing. A lot of times we'll go and walk and stuff, or she didn't want to. I said, you want to go walk around in the store? Do you want to go look at some stuff? And with the wind blowing, she thinks it's cold, and so she don't want to go do anything. So we ate lunch, and then spent the afternoon just doing stuff and watching the TV show and all, but she didn't want to go do anything or walk outside, or even, she didn't even want to walk around the yard. I mean, when she was there on Monday, we walked around the yard and stayed outside a little bit. She sat outside for a little bit before she decided it was too cold, but we looked at all the flowers and everything, but yesterday she didn't want none of that. She just wanted to come in. And she was even cold, and in the Jeep, I turned the seat on, the heated seat on, and so she liked that. She always likes that. But then when we got here, I even went and got her another sweatshirt and put her on another sweatshirt, had her take off her jacket and put another sweatshirt on top of her shirt because she was cold, and then I covered her up, and she watched the TV show with me, but she didn't want to. She said it was too cold outside and she didn't want to do nothing. So we'll see how it goes this weekend. I think Sister's having some people over on Saturday, and one of them used to be her Zumba, she would say, her Zumba teacher. She used to go to Zumba at the Senior Citizen Center. And she loves Melanie, and Melanie teaches yoga and also teaches some stuff, one of the Zumba classes and other things at the Senior Center. And so Melanie will be coming over, and Mama loves her. And so that'll make her really happy on Saturday to get to see her after over a year now with the Senior Citizen Center being closed. She ain't got to see her. So she's going to be super excited about that, to get to see her. So hopefully she'll have a really good visit day tomorrow. Today she said she was going to just rest because I had kept her gone all day yesterday. So she hadn't finished her library books, so she'll probably have her library books finished on Monday. We'll go to the library and everything, and then do some other stuff. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better and I can get her to get out a little bit. So, but I'm going to try to get on some of my stitching and get this FFO'd for Susan for her birthday, and get all my stuff put back up for Ari Kyle, little boss baby gets here. So, but we still have no baby. I forgot to mention that earlier, because there's nothing to mention. We still got no baby yet. So maybe he's waiting to come on with CJ. CJ was always, we called Keely Wild Man, but CJ was, I always called him Baby Man, but he was a wild one. He was a wild one. So she said, he's going to wait and come with CJ, isn't he? Well, he might. And if so, get ready, because that's why, like I said, his name is Christopher James, and it got shortened to CJ because you couldn't say Christopher James fast enough to keep him from doing things. And that even got shortened to Siege. He had to be Siege, because even CJ, you didn't have time for no 2 syllables. You had to, because he was into, onto, and around everything. He climbed up to the moon. Both my boys were climbers. And so Catch is probably going to give them a run for their money. And he is, as Aria said, she said, Suge, baby, don't have no baby yet. I said, no, she hadn't. She said, you know why, Suge? I said, no, baby, why? She goes, because he's all toesy in there. You know what? He is all nice and toesy in there, and he ain't want to come out. He is nice and toesy. So he's nice and toesy in there, and he'll come on when he's ready. So he really, I don't think his actual due date per the doctor was not till the 25th, I don't think. But baby just knew she wasn't going to make it that long. But here we sit on the 23rd. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he's a rule follower. Micah's a rule follower. I had one rule follower out of the whole shebang here. There's one rule follower in our whole house. And Micah loves to follow some rules. Now, James loves to read an instruction booklet and follow those rules, but those are the only rules that apply to him. But Micah is a rule follower. So maybe he's going to wait and come on the 25th on his due date and be a little rule follower like his Aunt Micah. We'll see. But y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to get off here and get all my stuff put up. Thank y'all so much for all the emails and messages and cards and presents. And I still can't believe it. Y'all are wonderful and such a blessing, and make me so happy to get to know y'all and get to visit with y'all. And I never would have dreamed that I would get to have know this many people and friends. So y'all have a great weekend and enjoy your stitching, and I'll see you next week.